Welcome back to JMC Live. We still have on the phone Alex. You still there, Alex?
Yes, I am.
Um, can you post for everybody and share about the Radicalis Twitter page and what you personally did with Twitter, and how did this how did people find out about Radicalis? Because weren't there people showing up that weren't at the event? I mean, how did all this work?
Well, it was multifaceted as far as promoting it, but Saddleback Church, of course, is well known, and Rick Warren is well known, so it's not too hard to get the word out. We did have a Facebook page called Radicals Only, and I'm trying to get the username on Twitter is Radicals Only. And just by tweeting away different information, different pastor quotes, the different pastors that we're going to be speaking, they're pretty proficient Twitter users. There was Mark Driscoll, who is at Pastor Mark, Perry Noble, Dino Rizzo, Kerry Shook, Andy Stanley, and Ed Stetzer were all speakers at this Radicalis conference. And all gave very dynamic and powerful talks at the conference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see that the most interesting thing I see with Radicalis is you took 12 conferences and you combine them into one. As you know, you talk about Rick Warren being the lead, but from what I experienced, because I experienced the conference via online through the Radicalis webcast and Twitter, these pastors were challenging people, asking them to develop, expand their ministries, understand the different paradigms, build relationships, and they were talking a lot about communities. For you guys that are really big on Twitter, if you do the hashtag RAD10, R-A-D, 10, all lowercase, and you put the hashtag in front of it, and don't do it like I did in the chat first time, you'll come up with a list of different quotes and different things that happened. I actually took the time to take what I considered, and Alex, you can expound upon some of these, because I don't know if you looked at this yet. I wrote an Eternal Flame News post to publish about and promote about Alex being on the show, but there were some very profound things said at this year's Radicalis. I'm going to share a few. One, Alex actually wrote, and he said, preventative steps to affair proofing your marriage is maintain your mind, don't resist, refocus. And I'll actually copy what, and this is pretty much one of the things that happened is, I've attended something called the Bug Conference, and it's very similar to Radicalis, although it's more in-depth on ministry, different direction in a ministry-minded. But I met a lot of people through Twitter, and I met a lot of people through Facebook, just being in the chat during Radicalis, and all the different things that have happened. I got a few more quotes in here, Alex, I'm going to look at.
It wasn't just the nearly 2,000 people there. It was a lot of people that joined in on the webcast. It was 3.5 days, a 3.5-day conference, and the morning sessions, which ran from about 8 in the morning till 12:30 in the afternoon with a break, they were live webcasts. So we had people from around the world watching this conference. Initially, it was just to be broadcast live on the first day. After it was revealed that the conference was sold out from those that showed up the day of the conference, then they decided to go ahead and live stream via webcast the whole rest of the conference. The afternoon breakout sessions were not webcast live.
Okay. I'm going to keep posting a few more of these quotes. I'm not going to take them all, but one of the ones that you posted, and I think it was on the second day or the end of the first day, there were over 57,000 people that received the Radicalis conference via Twitter. And that was only through just a couple of people that were joining it.
What that was people that received that Twitter message. and it's a site called TwitReach, and you're able to get a readout for the most current, the last 50 tweets, and see how many people those tweets were delivered to. And so what the 57,000 number is showing is that the 50 last tweets that it recorded went out to 57,799 people.
We got time?
Mm-hmm.
Time for a break?
Mm-hmm.
No? What did that mean? 4 minutes? Okay. But I'm looking at all these tweets because I have the Rad 10 thing up. What Alex personally, because I know you weren't able to like hear the whole conference the whole time because you were out like in the pit, you know, working on stuff that was coming through for Twitter and, you know, just people that walked by the table. The bits and pieces you were able to hear of the conference, what stood out to you the most?
Well, what I especially tuned into the conference, aside from retweeting and reposting on Facebook during the conference, was Pastor Mark Driscoll's talk, which I believe was on the Thursday of the Tuesday through Friday conference. And Pastor Mark, as he's known on Twitter, is already well known for being social media proficient. I believe he has over 50,000 followers on Twitter and that many Facebook fans as well, ballpark figure there. And so among Christians and those that do social media, Pastor Mark was already well known. And since those, my faith and the social media are my interests, I was especially in tune to Pastor Mark. And so I'd never heard him speak. And I heard him, and he was very dynamic and very basic, just kind of a guy's guy for one thing. But he had just gotten back from Haiti, and like the week before the conference, and his particular topic was on the crucifixion, and the fact that the cross has been watered down over the many years, and so people may think that it just simply represents Christianity, but it also represents the crucifixion of Christ. And so he went on to describe what actually crucifixion is, and of course it was very graphic, and he had a lot of people in tears, and then he gave communion with Rick Warren, and so it was a very powerful message, and it was a very powerful time. I remember one pastor that was afterwards had posted on Twitter that it was the most profound communion he's ever taken in his life, and so that was the moment that stood out for me. And then also, on top of that, getting back to social media, was the fact that it must have not been a matter of half an hour at the most after Pastor Mark's delivery of this really fantastic message that he sent out a message via his Facebook and Twitter that Haiti needs French Bibles. And he posted a link to a site, I'm sorry, I don't have the name, I believe it's Churches Helping Churches. And,
yeah, I think that's what it was. Churches Helping Churches. I think that was it. Ray, can you check the internet? I think I just got knocked out again.
And he simply messaged Haiti needs French Bible translations and the link. And so I, here somebody that is combining both worlds, delivery of a fantastic message in person and then delivering an important message on social media, through social media as well.
Okay, Alex, we're going to take a break and we'll return after technical difficulties.